You cannot get out of life without paying your bill. I just thought of that. If you steal something, of course you're breaking the law, you're stealing, and you think you've gotten away with it. Hey, I just stole this, didn't pay for it, and boy, is it good. Look at that. Wow. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to pay for stealing that. You're either going to pay by getting caught, being found out, and paying through civil law. Might have to go to jail or pay a fine or pay restitution. You're going to have to pay that way. Or you're going to pay further on down the road, maybe a year from now. Something will happen to you that will balance the scales. Life is a balance. You cannot commit a sinful act without paying the consequences. Life is a balance. If you sin, the only way this is going to come back up is to repent and make it right with God. I think I'll sleep with that girl. Sorry, Lord, I didn't mean to sleep with her. I think I'll cheat on my taxes. Dear sirs, I cheated on my taxes and I want to pay the money back to get right with God. I think I'll gossip about my neighbor. Sorry about that gossiping, Lord. I won't gossip anymore. And a lot of people just stay down here. And it's rough. People say, why am I so unhappy? Why did I lose my job? Why can't I get along? They're moaning because they're living away from God, the God who created them, the God who created everything that you can see and everything that is unseen. And if God created everything, He created you. Who do you think is keeping your heart beating right now? Can any of us keep our heart beating? We don't even think about our heart beating. It just beats. Boom, 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 boom. What's keeping it beating? Well, I ate breakfast this morning, and the food that I ate is the energy that keeps my heart beating. Really? You think an egg and a piece of bacon is going to keep your heart beating? What's keeping your heart beating while you're sleeping at night? You're dead to the world, sound asleep. You're breathing and your heart is beating. That's God. He created you. He breathed life into you when you were born. The thing that people don't realize is that we are not flesh and blood people. We are spiritual people. We're flesh and blood while we're on this earth. But that's just a temporary house. Temporary housing. Once we die, it's just the body that dies. It says in the Bible that man will never die. But their destination is, well, the difference between east and west and life and death, their final destination. If you live your life according to God's will, try to live a good life, obey the law, serve others, you'll end up with God forever in heaven. And if you die in sin, you can't be helped, because no one with sin on his soul can gain entrance into heaven. It's impossible. There's no sin allowed. It's a big sign on the gate. No sin allowed. So if you die unrepentant, you're destined to go to hell for all eternity. And the mind of man cannot comprehend eternity. Just like the mind of man cannot comprehend a light year. The closest star to us is something like 9 light years away. What is a light year? Traveling at 182,000 miles a second. That in itself is incomprehensible. We can think of 150 miles an hour. Wow, 150 miles an hour. Whew, he was just going down that road. Well, what is 150 miles an hour when the speed of light is 182,000 miles a second? We can't comprehend that speed. Well, just think of going that fast. A second. Every second you're going that fast. For 9 years straight. 9 years. You know how far away that is? That's 9 light years. And there are galaxies in the universe. There are galaxies that are billions of light years away. Not billions of miles. That's nothing. A billion miles is nothing. Whew, billion miles. Phew. Billions of light years. You can't comprehend that. It's incomprehensible. The mind of man cannot comprehend a light year. I'm sorry. I'll tell you how fast the speed of light is. This is something you can wrap your mind around. If you could travel around the earth 7 times in 1 second, that's the speed of light. Going from New York, Paris, Russia, Japan, or Pacific Ocean, California, across the United States to New York. Do that 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 1 second. Around the earth 7 times in 1 second. Around this earth. That is approximately the speed of light. So instead of going around 7 times in 1 second, take that distance and go straight up. That's 1 second distance travel. 1 second. Now do that for 60 minutes. You're way out there. That's only an hour. Do that for a day. Whoo! Out of sight. Do that for a year. Well, as I say, you can't comprehend it. It's too far. And if you go out into the universe 3 billion light years, guess who you'll find?